everybody, happy Monday. How are you guys today? Dr. Stephanie Stroud here with Cornerstone's Pet Tip of the Week. Today we are talking about Easter toxins. So I don't know if you guys are aware of it, but Easter is actually one of the most common holidays to get pet poisonings. You heard me, poisoning. And so I want to give you guys some tips on how to make sure that you're keeping things away from your pets so that you can keep them safe. So we all know that with Easter, we often bring chocolates into the house, we bring flowers, we bring that cute Easter grass that we put in the Easter baskets, and we just like cute things. That's just normal, us being human. We like cute things, and so we create this cute little bouquet or cute little basket with all the stuff in it. But a lot of times the stuff that we put in that basket can actually be toxic to our pets. So the number one toxin that we'll talk about, which I talk about this year round because really with every holiday it comes into play, but that is chocolate, okay? Chocolate can be toxic to our pets because of the methylxanthines, which is a product that is related to caffeine. Pets are very sensitive to it, and in severe toxicities, they can actually die. So this is a very serious toxin. Now, when we talk about chocolate toxicity, one, it depends on how much your pet got, and two, it depends on the type of chocolate that they got. So dark chocolates or baker chocolate tends to be much more toxic than milk chocolate, and milk chocolate is more toxic than white chocolate. You know, if your pet were to get a chocolate chip off the floor, chances are they're probably not going to have a whole lot of problem other than the fact that they could get some pancreatitis, which can be serious in itself. But as far as the toxicity of the chocolate, a single chocolate chip is probably not going to do any pet in. However, if your pet was to get into a basket full of chocolate, or you know, those chocolate caramels that you love, or into baker's chocolate as you're baking for your family that's coming down for Easter dinner, that can be very toxic. So do pay attention to where you are putting the chocolates. Pay attention to where you are putting the Easter baskets with chocolates in it, so that your pet, who loves to sniff around, is curious, doesn't get into it. Okay, so we need to be careful with chocolates. The second toxicity we see a whole lot around Easter time are lily toxications. And specifically when we talk about lilies, we are talking about toxicity in our cats. Okay, so Easter lilies, and that includes the tiger lily, the stargaze lily, all those lilies that we think of as the classic lily, the stems, the pollen, even the water that those lilies sit in can be dreadfully toxic to cats. It can actually induce kidney failure that can be very difficult to treat and bring cats out of. And so if you have a household with cats, I absolutely recommend not bringing lilies in. I understand you want a beautiful bouquet, but make sure that there's no lilies in there. Most of your lilies that are true lilies, they're going to start with the name Lilium, and so those are the ones that we're concerned about. You know, peace lilies or calla lilies, those aren't actually in the lily family, and so those don't tend to be as toxic to our cats. It may cause them to drool if they were to chew or lick on any of them, but it's not going to cause toxicity, okay? Where we see toxicity is with those Easter lilies or the family names that start with Lilium, okay? And just even licking or chewing on 2 leaves or licking the pollen off of their fur can actually cause a cat go into acute kidney failure. And so signs of that would be that your pet is acting lethargic, vomiting, not wanting to eat, drooling. Those are all signs of potential toxicity with lilies. And you often will see those changes within 6 to 12 hours after your pet has done that. The sooner, if you see your pet lick or chew or drink the water from any lilies, you need to talk to your veterinarian ASAP, because the sooner you get them in for treatment to detoxify them, the better chance that your pet's going to live. Okay, so chocolate was number 1. Lilies, Easter lilies specifically, is number 2. The third one, while not causing toxins, it is a problem around Easter, and that's all that cute grass that we put into the baskets. with the Easter baskets with it, red, yellow, green, all of it. And why this is a problem is because it's just weird enough and it's crinkly enough that some pets will actually try to eat it. And that can cause a life-threatening obstruction. Okay, it can go lower down into their intestinal tract and block it, but it can also cause what we call a linear obstruction, where they chew on it and part of it goes down their esophagus, but the rest gets snagged on a tooth or it gets snagged under their tongue, and then basically all of their intestines become like an accordion, and you have a life-threatening intestinal obstruction that can kind of saw the intestines apart, and we do not want that. Okay, and that's why, again, put your Easter baskets for your kids or your family. Don't put them on the floor. Don't put them on the fireplace, anything like that where your pets have easy access to it. Put it on a table, put it on the counter somewhere where your pets don't have access to that, okay? So those are 3 big things I see specifically with Easter. The bonus one I'll give you has to do with herbicides, and the reason I say that is because a lot of times around Easter, we'll get out and we'll start doing some of the yard work. We'll start planting flowers and such. I mean, it's a beautiful day outside, and so it's very common to get out there around this time of year to actually treat the yard for fleas and ticks, which I absolutely recommend, because those are nasty critters, can carry diseases that can kill your pets. So we definitely want to treat the yard for those, but we want to be careful when our pets are around. So whenever you're spraying the yard, you need to make sure that whatever product you're using is completely dry before your pets come into exposure of that. That's the main thing. We don't want our pets around that where they can ingest it. While it's not as likely to cause as much toxicity as some of the other things we talked about today, your pet can have adverse reaction to some herbicides as you are spraying the yard, so you just want to make sure that you are taking into account the safety of your pets when you're spraying. A lot of them like to tag along with you, and we don't want that. We want them kind of put away in their crate or kept inside while you take care of that until all the product is dry, so that your pet doesn't have any problems. So that is it for today. I hope you guys have a wonderful Easter. I don't know what you guys are celebrating, if you even celebrate Easter. I know for me and my family, Easter is such a powerful holiday for us, as we believe in Jesus and God, and we believe that Jesus, died on the cross. He paid for our sins, and then he was resurrected. So we are celebrating that this weekend, and I hope that whatever you're celebrating, you just have a wonderful, peace-filled weekend. So we will chat with you guys later, and I'll see you next week. All right, bye-bye.